Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to look back at the EFI Express LS coil installation and conversion on the UrS4. This is something a number of you have requested, and I remember shooting this video. Turns out it was done in like 2017, so it's a little bit older. Production value is obviously not as good as the crap you're used to, so forgive me. But without further ado, here we go. Okay, so today we're going to be installing the EFI Express LS2 coil conversion kit on this 1993 Audi S4. And you can see I've already got this pre-wired with the corresponding plugs from 1 to 5 all set up in order, so that will actually be plug and play for me here in just a moment. We're going to take off this cover, which cover up your power output stages. And we're going to remove this top cover here. Okay, so I have the top coil cover removed, as you can see here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to unhook the wires on these power output stages here so that we can liberate the coil cover. And they are the wires that are on the top here. So the top two wires get them hooked. And then next we're going to, and hopefully you can see this, but the two white plugs down in here, that angle, but there's one and there's one. Those actually get disconnected as well, and they slide out of the rail, slide towards the front a little bit, and then it's a little easier to disconnect them perhaps. And we'll be actually plugging the bottom portion of those come off, and we'll be plugging the new EFI kit into those. So let me get that out of the way and I'll rejoin you here. Okay, now we're going to remove the bracket for the power output stages here. That is actually done from the back side, so we're going to take off this top cover as I've done here. And if you look down here, there are these two 10mm. You're just going to remove these, and once they're off, you will be able to pull this front bracket right off. And of course, unplug the bottom two plugs before you do so. Okay, for the next step, we're going to start hooking up the coil kit here. Now this one, I've already put the wires on, and you can see I've got them just kind of zip tied here. But we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in this case. Wire 5 is going to correspond to this cylinder here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go down the line. So we're going to route all these in. The only other part of this we have on the EFI conversion kit, we've got these two small plugs here, which as you can see, those correspond to these two white plugs. So we're going to plug those in, we're going to slide them into the bracket, connect them to these connectors. The order of connection here does not matter, so you're fine either way. And for the remaining ones, you can see here, this one has 3 pins populated in it, and this one has 4 pins. And if you look at the EFI connector, 3 pins and 4 pins. Connect them accordingly, hook everything up, and don't forget to connect your ground wire, which will go back here on the corner, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll check back. Okay, so we're now nearly done. I've connected to 2 white connectors. The 4 and 3 pin connectors down here, they're actually tied behind the bracket. They mention in EFI, they say, you know, drill a hole through your bracket. I actually just use a heavy-duty zip tie and put it in place here, kind of figure out where I want it. And I've got this kind of old messy adapter for my boost gauge over here that was done by who knows who. So I'd have to actually move that. Ideally, I would like to slide this over this direction. On my other car, that's not possible because of a catch can setup. But here, it'd be nice to either get it out of the way here, or at some point I may fabricate an actual heat shield to go around this. But anyway, it's in place for now. You can see I've got the wires routed in place. I will actually replace the coil cover on this, since you can run it with this, no problem. Just be sure not to crimp your wires where they come out the back. I actually modify the coil cover and cut the little gasket out of the rear so they come out unobstructed. And hook up the ground wire here, and we should be good to go. All other connectors are in place and good to go, so we'll come back with the initial fire up here. Okay, we've got everything buttoned up here. Got the coil cover back on. Cables routed out the side here, and then they curl back and under. That is all connected, everything is lined up, all the pin connectors match. Cover back on, and we should be ready to go. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that was useful for those of you that have been requesting the EFI coil install video. And it also reminds me I need to go back and look at some of my archive videos, because I had been shooting video for a while on various things and had always intended to go back and edit those and put those together, but didn't really have a computer or software package that I liked doing it on at the time, and just didn't have time. So now that we're in winter here in Minnesota and I've got a new enough machine to handle these with ease, hopefully I can find something else interesting for you out of the archives as well. So thank you again for watching and all your comments, and we'll see you again soon.